This is Dr. Robert Smith, Senior Consultant in Psychiatry. Please leave your message after the tone.
Dr. Smith, this is Bruce Flaherty. I'll be in the consultancy room from 9 o'clock onwards as arranged. Thank you.
Mr. Bruce.
Christopher,
Mr. Bruce.
how you doing?
Brucey, how you doing, man?
Pleasure as always.
A pleasure, yeah, pleasure. The pleasure's all mine, man.
Take a sip.
Pleasure today is mine, you know what I mean?
Plant your eye.
It's mine, it's my day, it's my big day, innit? What can I say?
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Sit down now.
Give me some skin, bruv.
Why not? Yeah.
Hey, I'm a free man, you know what I mean?
Would you like some water?
Coke.
No, you know you don't have...
Ice cold Coke, the real thing.
No, you know you can't have Coke.
Yeah, I can, because...
What did I tell you about Coke?
I'm going home today.
What's wrong with drinking Coke?
I'm going home.
Christopher, come on. You know this. It's important. What's wrong with drinking Coke?
It rots your teeth.
What? Well, possibly, but what else does it do to you?
Makes my head explode.
No. What does it do to you, really?
It makes my head explode!
It's not good for you, is it?
Nah, it's bad.
No. What's the first thing we learnt when you came in here?
No coffee, no Coke.
That's right. Doesn't do us any good at all. Makes us overexcited.
Yeah, it makes me jumpy and...
That's right. So, what should we have instead?
Well, I'd really like a snake bite, you know what I mean?
Snake bite. Well, yeah, right.
Cider and red stripe, or rum and black, or
Yeah, Christopher, what's the rule on alcohol now?
But
What does alcohol do?
it makes your blood thin.
Well, no, yeah, well, possibly, but
Makes you see things.
yeah, no, but
See into the future, maybe. Ooh.
yeah, maybe sometimes. But what does it mostly do?
Fucks you up.
It fucks you up. Precisely. So, how about a glass of water? Hey, some nice cool water from the thing. No, it's all right.
No, you're all right.
All right, help yourself.
No.
No, look, look, this is silly.
Are you sure?
Be my guest. Sorted.
Sorted for ease and whiz.
Indeed.
Sorted, innit? Sorted for ease and whiz.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? You must know what I mean, eh? Eh, doctor?
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. Where's the drugs, man?
Oh, the drugs. Oh, of course.
It's all right, innit? Where's the drugs, man? Oh, man, these patients are giving me a massive big headache, man. A massive big headache. What have I got in my doctor's bag? Ooh. Where's the smack? Give me some smack. Where's the Tamazi party? Oh, this bad nigga patient I got. This bad nigga dude I know. My God, I can't take the pressure. Innit?
Oh, well.
Yeah. Go on. Typical white doctor. This is how white doctors go on, yeah? Drugs, What drugs? Ooh, no drugs for you, nigga. Because you'll only enjoy them. No, these are my drugs.
Well, it's not quite like that.
Deny. It's all you doctors do. Deny it. Why else are you here?
Well, Christopher, why do you think you're here?
Huh?
Why are you here? Why do you think you're here?
Why am I here?
Yeah.
Dunno.
And you've been here a while now, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. True.
Why do you think that is? I mean, if you just wanted drugs, you wouldn't be here, would you? You'd be out there, scoring and then going home, wouldn't you? Yeah, no, I would. I mean, you know, have a smoke, watch the football. Anyway. No. Obviously, I'm not a drug user, okay? But, joking aside, it makes no sense that somebody would be in here just for drugs when, you know, when they could be out there enjoying their drugs. I mean, you know, having fun. They are supposed to be recreational. My point is, you're here to get better, aren't you? Because you've been very poorly, haven't you?
I don't know. Look, what's wrong? I'm going home. You should be happy.
Well, I'm not as happy as you.
Look, I've been saying all along there's nothing wrong with me, and now you agree with me, and I'm going home. First thing I said when I arrived, when I first come in here, I had a look. I saw all the others, the other geezers, and I thought, my God, fuck this. These people are insane. Get me out of here.
Well,
It's a nut house, man.
oh, yeah, I grant you there are a fair proportion of
Fair proportion. They're nuts.
crazy people here. Yeah.
Crazies, man. Yeah, radio rentals. Mad as monkeys.
We don't use the term crazy anymore.
You just said it.
I know I just said it, but I shouldn't have.
You said it first.
Yeah, okay, look. There are terms which people use, which people used to use all the time, you know, the terms which used to be inoffensive, but you know, times have changed, and just certain words.
Certain words. What words?
Just words that aren't really that offensive, but...
Well, Sam, as I say, what's offensive about it? It's true.
Yeah. Some terms are just inaccurate, okay? Crazy is one of them. It's unhelpful. It's woolly.
Woolly. Oh. Okay. Sorry.
Now, you were diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. What does this mean? Borderline personality disorder. Okay? Key word, borderline. Because clinically speaking, you're on the border between neurotic and psychotic.
Oh. Just on the border.
Which is what I wanted to talk to you about today. Your diagnosis, this term, this label, what it means. Because I'm beginning to think now that it might be a little inaccurate.
Look, you made your point. I said I'm sorry. What more do you want? Blood?
Okay. I'm just saying that in the light of recent developments...
Developments? What developments? What are you on about, man?
You wanted to see me?
Yes, Dr. Smith. Hi, yes, come in.
How's Trix?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Hello.
Christopher, do you remember Dr. Smith? Senior consultant.
Warning. Alien life form approaching, Will Robinson.
Very witty.
Okay, look,
Warning. You know what I mean?
let's not get too distracted.
Oh, well, I'm distracting you, of course.
No. I wanted you to...
Oh, yeah, well, you asked me to.
Warning, you know what I mean?
I asked Dr. Smith to sit in today.
That's right. Just got a nice cup of coffee. I'll just lurk in the corner.
Coffee.
You won't even know I'm here.
He's got coffee.
Yeah, there's water in there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not for you.
Oh, come on, man. Coffee.
Chris. Excuse me.
I want a cup of coffee.
Chris, is that for you or not?
I'll split it with you.
Is that yours, isn't it?
Oh, come on, man.
Chris, come on. What's the rule on coffee? You know this now. No Coke, no coffee. I'm sorry, you know why.
Why?
You know why.
But I get out today.
I think your man has a point. Oh, sorry. I am distracting you.
No, really, you aren't.
You got cigarettes? Give me a cigarette, Doc. Just one. I'm gagging for a puff, you know what I mean?
Better?
You can't tell me what to do when I get out. Do you know what I mean?
Let him have some coffee. He's going home. I haven't touched mine.
Hey, man!
Coffee's got caffeine in it.
Or a nice cup of tea.
The water's over there.
What'd you do that for?
Look, if this isn't a good time...
No, this is perfect timing. I wanted you to see this.
See what?
I'm already packed.
You're packed. Who said you could pack?
Look, I can just,
No one, man. I just did it. Took a whole 5 minutes. No, don't move. What, you think I pinched some towels or some stationery?
No, the thing is...
Because I'm what?
I can come back.
Because, no, you know, you're all right. Because,
No. No.
No, what? You don't even know what I was going to say.
Or I can stay.
Because I'm a brother.
Paranoia, persecution delusion.
Because I'm an uppity nigger.
No! Now, you always say that, and I always tell you the same thing. No!
Look, I'll come back, shall I?
No, Dr. Smith.
Would you make up your mind before I go start staring bananas? Bouncing about like Zebedee.
Christopher.
He's... One sip of coffee, he thinks he's Batman.
Christopher! That is not how we talk to the consultants.
He's giving me the fear.
Calm down. Now, you're acting like a
Oh, a what? A what? Go on, say it. An uppity nigger.
Well, okay, yeah, frankly, yes, you are. And that's not what we do, is it? And when you get out of here, if you start staring at people like that, what are they going to think?
I don't know.
What do you think they're going to think?
I don't know.
Well, they'll think you're an, uppity nigger. That's what they'll think. Kissing your teeth and it's silly. It's, you know, it's not you. It's crazy. You know, you're not some type of yardie.
Now you're telling me who I am.
No, I am telling you to be you.
That is rum. That is rich. Now I've got an identity crisis.
Uppity isn't, strictly speaking, a term we...
Learned unresponsiveness, disorganized behavior, decline in social skills, okay?
So, look around you. Who isn't unresponsive and disorganized with declining social skills? It's normal.
Can we have a quiet word?
Oi, you. Hey, I'm talking to you. When I get out of this place, people ain't gonna think nothing, because I'll be gone, boy. I'm going far away from here where I can get some peace and quiet. No people. No cars. Pollution, planes flying over it like fruit flies. No cities. No fucking TVs. No construction work. No road work. No drills. No neighbours squatting on my head and under the floor, through the walls, rowing all day and night. Nothing. No people at all, man. And nobody looking at me funny like they've never seen a brother before, except on fucking Sesame Street.
Nobody's looking at you funny, Chris.
He is.
Well, are you surprised?
What?
Are you surprised? Look at yourself. And just sit down and relax, would you? Of course people look at you when you act like this. You know that. You know what it's like.
Overburdened nervous system. Can't look me in the eye, so he thinks we're staring at him.
Well, we are.
Chris, would you mind waiting here for a couple of minutes?
What'd I say?
Nothing at all. We just, we need to,
Consult.
That's right.
That's why the badge says consultant.
Please? Really appreciate it. We'll just be outside this door.
Okay. But hope you're not going to let him talk you into anything.
Good God, no. No.
Yeah, I hope you're not going to go changing your minds on me because my 28 days...
Chris.
My 28 days is up. It's up, man. You've had your fun. I'm gone. Believe.
Uh-huh, okay. Thanks. Do you think he knows?
What's there to know? This is Section 2. His 28 days are up. He's responded to treatment and now he's going home. Am I right?
Well, you know what I'm going to ask you now, don't you?
What?
I want a Section 3.
Take a deep breath and forget you even thought of it.
But
Let him out. You're doing the right thing.
I'm not.
Yes, this is right. You're doing what is right and fair and just and textbook medically beneficial. Apart from anything else, we don't have the beds.
I'm really
We'll
quite...
wind up with a hospital full of long-term chronic mental patients hurtling about on trolleys. It'll be like the wacky races.
Look,
They'll have my ass out of here faster than his, and you'll be next. I'll never make professor, and you'll never make your specialist registrar training. For the coming year, I'm prepared to supervise you. I'll be your mentor. I'll teach you all I know. But you have to play the game.
play the game.
You can't afford not to follow my advice, is what I mean. Follow the path of least resistance.
I can't justify throwing him out on the basis of beds.
You're not throwing him out. You're giving this man his freedom. You're releasing this man into the bosom of the community. You're giving him back his life. He's going back to his people.
He doesn't have any people. He doesn't have a life.
Are you proposing to section this man again on the basis of what? He's lonely?
He isn't ready to go. You heard him. He's unstable.
Borderline personality disorder, on the border of neurotic and psychotic.
He was highly animated. He was shouting, staring.
You'd shout and stare if you're on the border of neurotic and psychotic.
Okay, the loosening of associations, the paranoia.
And you can add impulsive, reckless, prone to extreme behavior, problems handling personal life, handling money, maintaining a home, family, sex, relationships, and a fundamental inability to grasp practically everything that makes us human. And hey, some people are like that. Borderline, on the border. Occasionally visits, but doesn't live there. You see, technically, he's not that mentally ill. We can't keep him here. It's ugly, but it's right.
Christopher is schizophrenic.
No, he's BPD.
He's a type 1 schizophrenic with positive symptoms, including paranoid tendencies, probably thought disorder as well.
He's been here a month. He's been steadily improving. Therefore, it's a brief psychotic episode associated with BPD, nothing more insidious. You can't keep him here unless he's dangerous.
I think he's becoming depressed.
I'm becoming depressed now. If you keep this man here any longer, he won't be able to go home because he won't know what home is anymore.
Okay. In a perfect world, say we had unlimited beds, what would you do?
In a perfect world, I'd send them home with fucking bells on to spread a little happiness. Why the hell not? You have a job to do. If you don't feel you can do that job, you go away and have a think for a while. You know, in the medical wilderness, in your new job, proofreading for the fucking Lancet, writing Bolshevik columns for Welsh Doctor Weekly. You know, there's nothing wrong with your patient, Bruce. He may be a bit shouty, he may be a bit brusque, a bit jumpy, a bit OTT, but hey, maybe that's just what they do where he comes from.
He comes from Shepherd's Bush. What are you saying?
I'm saying, maybe, just maybe, it's you. Maybe you make them nervous, eh?
What?
This is a question we must always ask ourselves as a profession.
Is it me? Do I make him nervous?
Yes!
He's a paranoid schizophrenic.
Allegedly.
Oh, this is ridiculous!
We spend our lives asking whether or not this or that person is to be judged normal, a normal person, a human. And we blithely assume we know what normal is, what human is. Maybe he's more human than us. Maybe we're the sick ones.
He's more human than us.
Yes,
And we're the sick one.
maybe.
Why?
Okay, I'm being whimsical. I'm being capricious, but maybe, just maybe, he has a right to be angry and paranoid and depressed and unstable. Maybe it's the only suitable response to the human condition.
What?
The human species is the only species which is innately insane. Sanity is a conditioned response to environmental
I can't believe you're saying this.
stimuli. And maybe, just maybe, it's true.
Maybe it's utter horse shit. I'm sorry, Dr. Smith, but which existential novelist said that? I mean, you'll be quoting R.D. Lang next.
That was R.D. Lang.
R.D. Lang was a madman.
Okay, loosen up, calm down, get your head out of the textbooks for a minute and learn a little about humanity. Being human. Humanity, Doctor. As the poet said, Allen Ginsberg. Allen Ginsberg said this, I will never forget it. Human is not a noun, it's a verb, eh? Don't be so old-fashioned.
Allen Ginsberg.
Okay, bad example. Look, listen. The government guidelines clearly state that the community is the preferred and proper place, and it's my duty to subscribe to that.
No. If I let him out, he will have a breakdown, and he will succumb to all the most horrifying symptoms of schizophrenia, undiagnosed, unchecked, unsupervised, and unmedicated.
Dr. Flaherty!
And we can't do anything about it.
Dr. Flaherty!
Because of policy.
If you detain this man any longer, he will become institutionalized. He won't get any better. He'll get worse. You'll make him ill.
Well, I don't believe I will.
Jumping like a leaf.
That'll be the haloperidol. You still stiff?
I'm walking it off.
Try not to.
I like walking.
I know, and that's how you get lost.
Oh, let him walk if he wants to walk. Now, when are you planning on leaving us?
After I've had my lunch.
Somewhere to go, I take it?
Council accommodation.
White City.
Marvelous.
Only I don't go there.
Oh?
I don't like White City.
Why not?
I get stopped a lot in White City. That's why I was arrested in Shepherd's Bush. Because the cops, they talk to each other on their walkie-talkies. Come all the way from White City for me, believe I lost my shit.
I see. Well,
Because they was after me, man.
why do you think that is?
Why do you think, man?
I'm asking you.
Because they're fascists. It's obvious.
Where would you prefer to live?
Africa.
Africa? Very good. Why not? When you get out, if things work out for you and you get a... Have you got a job to go to?
Got a job in Africa.
Okay. Somewhere to stay?
In Africa. In Uganda.
Friends?
In Africa.
Excellent. It's been nice chatting to you, Christopher. I sincerely hope I never clap eyes on you again, eh? It's a joke.
Dr. Smith, if you don't mind, I'd like you to stay while I ask Christopher a couple more questions.
Why not? Fire away.
Dr. Smith here says you can go home if you want to. And I'm wondering if you really want to.
I want it bad. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. And you're sure you're ready? Are you sure?
I'm cool.
Okay. Just a couple of questions.
Shoot.
What's in the fruit bowl?
How do you mean?
What do you see in the fruit bowl? What type of fruit? What type of fruit do you see? What's in the bowl, Chris?
Oranges.
Oranges, good. What type of oranges?
Just oranges.
Yeah, but they're not oranges, are they?
Nope.
What did you tell me yesterday? Can you remember?
They're blue oranges.
Blue oranges, really?
Bright blue.
Peel one, see what's inside. What colour is it inside?
It's blue.
So the skin is blue, and even underneath the skin, it's the same. It's blue.
That's correct. Bright blue. Completely blue. It's bad. It's a bad orange. Don't eat it. You know what I mean? My God, what is it? Black magic?
Voodoo.
Voodoo. Oh, no, spooky. You know what I mean? it's nuts.
Spooky.
Spooky. Like, yikes.
Yikes, indeed.
Yeah, there's this bad nigga dude, we got to do this voodoo again, you know what I mean? My dad, right? My dad, it's his favourite fruit. Oranges. Oranges, though. Do you know what I mean?
Who is your father, Chris? Chris? Who's your father?
How do you mean?
What's his name?
I already told you.
Well, tell me again. Tell Robert.
Why?
Just, please, yeah, okay, it's a simple question.
It's difficult to answer, do you know what I mean?
No, I don't. Why?
If I ask you who your father is, nobody gives a shit. With me, it's front page news, you understand?
No, I don't understand. Why is it front page news?
Because of who he is.
Who is he?
I'm not telling you.
Well, if you can't tell us who he is, it'll be tricky for us to send you home. You'll have to stay here. Do you understand?
Who's your father, Chris?
It sounds silly.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
It's embarrassing.
Chris!
How do I know it won't incriminate me?
It won't incriminate you, we promise.
Oh, you promise? Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I feel a whole lot better.
Please, just do this one thing for me. For me.
My father, my dad, was a very important man. Believe it or not, my dad is former Ugandan President, His Excellency Idi Amin.
Fabulous.
And if you knew where I was right now, I would not want to be you.
Yeah, Chris.
I would not want to be you because a man does not fuck about, you know what I'm saying? He would digest you, he would juice you and squirt you out of his ass like a motherfucking fire hose into the sewers for the bats and the fish. They don't call him the butcher the bush for nothing.
Fine. Okay.
What else you want to know?
Well,
He's got 43 children, over 100 grandchildren. He's a family man. He's a Muslim, lives in Saudi Arabia in exile, except when he goes on holiday to Paris. Every day, he takes a delivery of East African oranges from the airport. Reminds him of old times.
I see.
He kicked my mum out of Uganda because she's from Zaire. He kicked out all the foreigners, you know what I mean? I'm not proud of it. It's just the way he was. Old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned. Your mother's from Zaire, you say?
You don't believe me, do you?
When was this?
1974, before I was born.
Before you were born.
I was conceived. That's why she had to go. He couldn't father a foreigner. It's obvious. He's got another wife in Haringey, runs a chippy. Got closed down, though, you know what I mean? Bad hygiene.
Chris, I'll see you later.
But
It's over now.
we finished.
We are for today, yeah.
But what'd I say?
Absolutely nothing.
Did I pass? Well, now you're not saying nothing. That's not good.
You have nothing to worry about.
I don't, yeah?
Nope. You're gonna be fine.
Still going home, right? I'm still going home, yeah? I'm still going home.
Okay. Shh. Calm down. Relax.
Chris, I'll speak to you later. Go back now.
I'm still going home.
Of course you are. Le monde est bleu comme une orange. It's a poem by Paul Eluard. He was a French surrealist. The world is as blue as an orange. It's an analogy.
Classic hallucinatory behavior.
Or is it a simile?
Already, he's building a system of logic around it. His father, who loves oranges, da-da-da-da.
For some reason, he sees blue instead of orange. Neurotics do it all the time. They see what they want to see, not what they really see. Maybe he knows the poem.
You're joking, aren't you?
Entirely serious. There are lots of French speakers in Central Africa. Maybe his mother read it him as a child, and it presented an image in his mind, and when he's not 100%, the image presents itself.
You're joking.
There's a Tintin book, Tintin and the Blue Oranges. It's about a mad professor who invents an orange which grows in the Sahara. The only problem is, it's bright blue and tastes salty. Tintin was banned in the Belgian Congo. They thought he was a communist. In colonial Uganda, notoriety, no doubt, made Tintin a must-read.
You're making this up. Look, surely you must agree. There is something terribly wrong here. He needs looking after.
Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he does have some connection to Idi Amin. Jesus Christ, on a mountain bike, the man was spawning children all over the shop.
You can't be serious.
It's quite possible he heard some family story handed down through generations, some apocryphal story. Maybe Idi Amin came to town, to the village, di-da. Now he believes it.
So you're saying he's not sick? It's a cultural thing?
I'm saying he's not mad. There's a difference. Do you know what his mother did in Uganda? Do you know if she was raped by soldiers after the military coup, by Idi Amin himself? Can you imagine the ramifications of that? This is precisely what I'm getting at in my research.
You can't use him for your research.
Why not? Why ever not? Think about it. There's more mental illness among the black population in London than any other ethnic grouping. Why? Is it us? Is it them? What's causing it? Is it the way we're diagnosing it? Wow! What if there isn't a psychosis? What if there's a cure? A cure for black psychosis? Imagine it. And imagine if the fucker who found it was us.
Okay. Maybe it's both. Christopher is Idi Amin's son, and he's schizophrenic. Have you thought of that?
Okay, look, I'm merely pointing out that sometimes our analysis is ethnocentric. In this case, you're evaluating the situation according to your specific cultural criteria.
Ethnocentric.
Our colonial antecedents are latent and barely suppressed. We are intuitively suspicious because of our cultural background.
I don't think I like the direction this is heading.
The point is, Doctor, this is my province. I know how many beans make five. I am, as they say, an expert. I am senior consultant, and I am here to be consulted. I am not here to be bounced off, to run it up the flagpole and see who salutes. I am here because I know.
Well, with the greatest respect, Dr. Smith, Christopher is my patient. So, really, you don't.
We can skin this cat as artfully as you like. However, in the opinion of this highly experienced head of department, Dr. Flaherty, what we have here is no beds, and more importantly, a patient who has no need of a bed.
Dr. Smith, I really think...
What I think is that you think too much. What I think is you should let me do the thinking now. If you don't mind, I'm very busy.
But what you're saying, what you're really saying, is that Christopher is unable to distinguish between realistic and utterly unrealistic notions because... What? Because he's...
BPD, case closed.
No, it's because he is...
BPD, goodbye, doctor.
It's because he's black.
I'm saying where he comes from, it is almost certainly not an unrealistic notion. Where we come from, it evidently is. Get it?
He's from Shepherd's Bush.
He sees himself as African.
From Shepherd's Bush.
I'm not going to quibble with this twaddle.
Twaddle?
I'm not going to squabble. You're under my supervision. You're my subordinate, and your tone is beginning to sound dangerously insubordinate, if not nakedly insulting.
I'm sorry.
Do you know what most young doctors would do to have me as supervisor? I mean, normal ones, the smart ones. What they do to know they have a future, to know they have a shot at becoming consultant. They'd lick my anus. But that's beside the point. Now, do you want me to recommend your consultancy at this hospital or don't you?
Of course.
Then act. Try not to be so wet behind the ears. Otherwise, I'm taking you off the case.
If you do that, I will appeal to the authority.
I am the authority between you and me.
Why won't you listen to me?
Listen to you? To you? It's not my job to listen to you. It's your job to... Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, all right. Listen to me. Let me join up some of the dots for you. Let me do some of the math here. Schizophrenia is the worst pariah, one of the last great taboos. People don't understand it, they don't want to understand it, it scares them, it depresses them. It's not treated with some glamorous and intriguing wonder drug like Prozac or Viagra. It isn't newsworthy. It isn't curable. It isn't heroin or ecstasy. It's not the preserve of rock stars and supermodels and hip young authors. It's not the topic of dinner conversation. Organized crime gets a better press. They make movies about junkies, alcoholics, gangsters, and men who drink too much, fall over, beat up their woman until it bubbles out of her nose. But schizophrenia, my friend, is just not in the phone book. I care. I know you care. The problem is one can care too much. You try to be all things to all men. Doctor, friend, reasonable man. And we all want to be reasonable men. Eh, Bruce? Please. Sleep on it. Let me conduct my own assessment. I'll talk to him tonight. I promise I won't be partisan. Oh, don't look so gloomy. Bruce. Trust me. I want what you want. I really do. I believe in what you believe in. I'm on your side. Tell me about your mother. What did she do in Uganda?
She was a barmaid.
A barmaid, really? In a pub?
Nah, in a shoe shop. In it.
Where the soldiers drank?
Huh?
Well, did many soldiers drink there?
I don't know.
Well, what I'm getting at is, how did your mother actually meet President Amin? Christopher?
You wouldn't understand.
Why wouldn't I understand?
You wouldn't understand.
Try me.
She was a student. He closed down the university. She never likes to talk about it, do you know what I mean? She gets upset.
What did she read?
As you mean?
What was her subject? English literature?
As you mean?
Well, what I'm getting at is, does she read you poetry, for example?
Nah.
Well, what about at school? Did you read poetry at school?
Nah.
Books? Children's books? Comics? Asterix, Tintin? She must have given you books.
No.
Why am I doing all this? Eh? What's in it for me? And there are times when I look across at this professor or that professor turning up for work in a new Jag. He's just got back from La Rochelle, posh dinners with drug company reps, knighthoods, appearances on Radio 4. And I think, how do they do all that? I feel small. Everybody feels like this at some point in their life. Everybody feels that they've lost out. It's the human condition. Our capacity to feel disappointment. It's what distinguishes us from the animals, our disappointments. And sometimes we say, why go on? We want to end it all. The hell with it. Life's a sham. And that's human too. I mean, you don't hear doggies running around going, oh, that this too solid flesh would melt. Do you? Of course not. Why not? They're dogs. It would be ridiculous. Dogs have other talents. They can lick their own balls. They have a talent for simplicity. Do you hear? Learn to develop a talent for simplicity.
Learn to lick my balls. That's your expert advice, yeah?
Well, why not?
You're a fucking doctor, man.
I know. I'm only joking, but you see my point. I mean, this life's a gift. The food we eat, the smells we smell, the sky, the trees, the fecundity of creation, a really lovely gift. And if for whatever reason you can't see that right now, I'm here to heal your vision, help you see. I promise you. I entreat you. I plead with you. Take a few deep breaths, calm down, and think about this. Do you still see your mother? Christopher? Do you know where she lives?
She lives in Felton.
Do you know her address? Do you want to tell me? Why should I believe you if you can't even tell me your mother's address?
Yeah, well, Bruce don't believe me either, but I can prove it.
You can prove it?
Yeah, man.
Huh?
Why should I tell you?
Because I'm asking you to.
And what if I don't trust you?
Well then, that would be a great shame. A delivery of East African oranges from the airport, the butcher of the bush, talent for the accordion, blah, blah, blah. 43 children by 4 wives.
5 wives.
Eh?
5 wives, really. There's a 5th, a secret one.
Where?
Not the one who wants a takeaway. Another one? Common law wife, living in penury.
Living in Feltham.
In penury.
In penury. In Feltham. Bugger me. How long have you had this?
My mum gave it to me.
Bugger me.
Look at the photo.
Can I keep this?
No, you cannot keep that.
Please, Christopher, listen.
I'm being harassed. I live in fear of my life. I'm in fear. They know who I am.
Who does?
Everybody where I live. I hear noises outside my window at night. Sometimes I hear people talking about me, laughing sometimes. Another man, he throws bananas at me.
Bananas?
Big bloke with a little pointy head, long thin arms trailing along the ground, a real knuckle drag, a very white skin. He's an hideous-looking bastard. He's the ringleader. I see him at night. He bangs on my door. He says he's coming to get me. He says he'll do me and nobody will even notice, and I believe him. There's a whole family of them, a tribe. I don't like them at all. They're a race apart. Zombies. The undead. Monsters.
Football hooligans.
I see them in the crowd after the game with bananas, with shit smeared through the letterbox, not dog shit, real shit, pissing through my letterbox, fires starting on the front step. It's a disgrace. If my dad was here, he'd kill them dead. He'd monster them, believe. It's their appearance that spooks me the most. Them tiny, bony, shrunken heads, all shaved and ugly.
Do you mean skinheads?
Zombies!
What makes you think these people are the undead, Christopher?
Baldies. Baldy heads is what I call them. Baldy heads.
Baldy heads, I see. Well, they're not really zombies now, are they, Chris? Which is it? Zombies or baldy heads? There's a difference.
Do you think it's funny?
Not in the least. But it could mean the difference between you staying or you going.
They're dangerous, man. They're spooky, believe. I could be dead tomorrow.
You know what I think? I think you think you're scared. And that's all it is. A thought. And I think it's not your thought.
What do you mean?
I think someone else's thoughts have scared you.
You think I'm thinking someone else's faults? Whose faults?
Look, I'm saying maybe Dr. Flaherty projected his fears of letting you go home onto you. And now they've become your fears. I'm saying maybe, just maybe, Dr. Flaherty unconsciously put his thoughts into your head.
He put his faults in my head. In my head.
You see, until your conscious mind catches up with what your subconscious mind knows and wants, which is that you, quote, want to get out of here, unquote, you're never going to get any better. And you're never going to get out of here.
But the oranges are blue. Bright blue, virtually glowing.
You've had a brief psychotic episode. You'll feel a bit strange for a while. Nothing more insidious.
A bit strange. They're blue. I'm seeing things.
Okay. Look, you're not.
What?
You're not seeing things. I think you wanted to stay here so badly, subconsciously, that you think you saw things or you said you saw things.
What, you saying I was lying?
No. I'm saying you were lying, yes.
Yeah, well, I think you're lying. You're probably not even a proper doctor.
Well, no, Chris, I can assure you, I am a proper doctor.
Prove it.
I don't have to prove it.
Well, that's not fair, is it? What about my job? I've got a job to go to on a stall in a market. I sell oranges.
You sell oranges?
What am I supposed to tell the customers?
I didn't know that.
I said, as I say, I've got my problems.
Okay, two things. You'll be visiting me once a month, and you'll be quite safe. Now, I want you to forget all about it.
Yeah, but I want to see Dr. Flaherty.
That'd be better. All right. Well, the thing is, you see, Dr. Flaherty is not in full possession of the facts.
Why not?
This is very delicate. Bruce, well, it's not something that Bruce knows an awful lot about. Bruce isn't an authority. I'm an authority. He isn't. Because there are things you do and things you believe that he, within his culture, can only view as insanity.
Insanity? What did he say?
Well, since you asked me, I think he has a very real fear that our response to you is conditioned by our response to your color. I personally feel that should be the case. It should be a factor in your treatment. Otherwise, what happens in institutions such as this that develops what is termed ethnocentricity, which in itself is fairly harmless, but it's not far off what we call institutionalized racism.
Racism?
Yes. And the danger is, in a sense, you may end up, in a sense, being punished for the color of your skin. You're sectioned, locked up, when you shouldn't be. Because you're black.
I'm being punished.
Well,
because I'm black.
Okay, I've expressed it rather clumsily.
He said that. I'm locked up.
No, that's not black. No, let me finish. Chris.
He really said that. It's because I'm black.
Look, listen. Chris, my dear fellow. Listen, a moment, please. Our colonial antecedents are latent and barely suppressed.
What shit?
Chris! He's gone home! He's not even here! Look, this really is a storm in a teacup. Now, come on now, Chris! Come on now.
Punished by who?
Come on! Sit down! Please, I implore you, Chris!
Who am I being punished by?
By the system. The system tends to punish without meaning to.
That's why I see things. I'm being punished.
No, Chris.
That's why I hear things. These mental the noises I hear, the fear.
That's not what he said.
You told me I'm not thinking my own thoughts.
No.
Whose thoughts am I thinking?
Nobody's.
Dr. Flaherty's?
Okay. Let's not get off the track.
He smokes too much drugs, man. Do you know what I mean? He likes his puff. I can tell.
Sorry? What did you say about drugs?
He told me I should go back out there and score some puff, man. Why do you think that is? Because I'm black.
Oh, well, maybe... Puff. For him or for...
He goes, if the only reason I'd come here was to get drugs, I'd come to the wrong place. He told me the drugs out there, right, were more fun.
I see. Well, I see. Well, when was this?
Just before this morning.
What else did he say?
He said it was voodoo. That's why I'm here. Voodoo, remember?
Well,
And he lied to me, man. He told me he was letting me out when he was just gonna keep me in here longer. Just like you said, he lied to me. And he keeps looking at me funny. Can I have a cigarette now? Can I have two?
Took my gold medal, thought I'd invented something. I said, man, I know I'm gonna give my people freedom there. I'm the champion of the whole world, Olympic champion. I know I can eat downtown now. And I went downtown that day, had my big old medal on and went to breakfast. At that time, black things wasn't integrated. The black folks couldn't eat downtown. And I went downtown, I sat down, and I said, a cup of coffee, hot dog. He said, the lady said, we don't serve Negroes. I was so mad. I said, I don't eat them either. Just give me a couple of hot dogs.
Morning, Doctor.
I know exactly what you're thinking, and before you say anything, I want you to know it had nothing to do with me. He wanted to make a complaint to the authority. I tried to talk him out of it. That was the last I knew of it.
But you are the authority.
Okay. I'm a representative at the management hearings, one of many.
Look, yesterday you said you are the authority.
Sometimes. Yes, sometimes it's me, yes, and whoever. Everybody does it. It's a different person each week, depending on, well, it's more of a committee, really, than a...
After some initial difficulty following the patient's interpretation of events, the authority reached a consensus that if the said orange was indeed to be viewed as blue for the purpose of the analogy, then clearly, as a blue-skinned orange, it was indeed in the minority, given that other citruses are ordinarily orange, yellow, or... By asking the patient to peel the minority orange and declaring the insides of the orange to be of equally unusual colouring, the registrar seems to have implied... What did you say to him?
I didn't say anything.
The authority reached a consensus. How? I mean, did everybody just think of the stupidest thing they could think of and then put them all in a hat? I mean, the monkeys could do better than this, using sign language.
Monkeys? Is that another analogy? It's too easy to misinterpret, Bruce. You have to be really more careful.
Well, okay. Do you agree with the authority?
I rather think I should remain impartial on this one. Give me a statement, and they'll probably leave you alone.
Give you a statement? Why? I haven't done anything! I mean, can't we... Has it really come to that? I mean, can't I talk to them?
Not really. There's a procedure.
The authority recommends that a senior consultant confers treatment with an outpatient program.
I think it's a good idea.
What do you get out of this?
I don't get anything. It's just a question of expediency.
Expediency.
Absolutely.
The path of least resistance. Okay, so you want to take over the case, and then you can finish your research, and then you can finish your book. What a chapter heading that would make. A cure for black psychosis. Imagine. No more bed crisis, no more hospitals. I mean, we'd save a bundle on care in the community. You would be a professor overnight.
You're on very thin ice here, Flaherty.
You'd be the toast of academia the world over. Imagine. A golden opportunity to distinguish yourself from all the other boffins. To be the eggiest egghead of them all. To be different from all the other odious little careerists on the gravy train kissing management arse. I mean, to be up there with all the Cambridge wonder boys in their bow ties and their tweed. What is wrong with just doing your job?
Actually, I read psychiatry at the Institute of Psychiatry at the Maudsley Hospital in Dulwich. Not Cambridge. I really recommend you go there. In fact, I think you need to go there. And I don't mean for training. You're already the subject of an inquiry. If the authorities should ask for a psychiatric report, I'd be in a very, very, very awkward position.
Listen, Doctor, did you hear Christopher refer to himself somewhat effacingly, somewhat ironically, as a, quote, uppity nigger? Did you hear him say that?
It was unmistakable.
Presumably, you heard me refer to him. Again, I offer somewhat ironically.
I'd steer clear of irony if I were you. You're not Lenny Bruce.
It was a nuance. The way I said it with a note of familiarity because I know him.
It's not for me to characterize your nuances, Doctor. Yes, and if you ask me, it was somewhat provocative and unorthodox.
Only to you.
How do you mean?
Well, it would be provocative and unorthodox to you, wouldn't it? Because, well, quite frankly, it just would be, wouldn't it? I don't know, maybe you don't get out enough.
You're doing it again! You're being provocative!
Yeah?
Hello? Yeah. Dr. Robert Smith here. Yeah. Can someone send Christopher over immediately, please? No, upstairs. Yes, senior consulting room. What? No, yeah, he was... No, he's my... Yeah, I understand that. Well, he's my patient now.
What have you done?
It's his complaint. Want to ask him?
Oh, Christ! It's so transparent!
Oh, do stop whining, Bruce, before somebody nails you to a cross.
So that's it then, that's it. I'm being overruled.
To say the fucking least, Doctor!
So why have an inquiry?
Well, for what it's worth, we're beginning to wonder... Christopher? Yes, thank you. Whether this patient should have ever been sectioned in the first place.
What? You've made up your mind. You support this allegation.
Not the allegation, just the inquiry. I'm afraid so. Now, have you got a lawyer?
Why should I get a lawyer? You get a lawyer. I can't even believe this is happening.
I really don't understand why you take this so personally. Why are you so angry?
Because it is personal. You're somebody I trusted, I confided in. I thought you were on my side. I thought me and you could make a difference.
Bruce, you wanted me as your supervisor, to be your mentor. You expect me to recommend your consultancy one day.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Hello again, Christopher.
Christopher, have I upset you in any way?
You can't ask that question.
Why? Because he might answer it.
Jurisprudence dictates.
Are there charges pending?
You are the subject of an investigation, yes. If there are any charges to be answered, you will be suspended pending an inquiry.
What charges?
Negligence,
Negligence.
racial harassment,
Go on, I'm intrigued.
abuse.
Abuse. Well, I was waiting for that one. Abuse.
Do you know what I think? I think people abuse the term abuse.
You got any jelly babies?
Christopher, did that upset you yesterday when I asked you to peel that orange?
I really don't think this is a good idea.
Did that upset you? Now, don't look at him, look at me.
Do you know what I mean? I'm thirsty. I need a Coke.
You'll get a Coke when you answer my question.
Dr. Flaherty.
Did that upset you when you peeled the orange?
No.
Later, when you got to thinking about it, were you upset then?
No. It interested me.
You're pushing your luck, Flaherty.
No. Oh, okay. Why do you think I asked you to peel the orange?
To see what colour it was inside.
What colour was it? In your own words, without any help from me.
In my own words, blue.
Peel another one, see if it's still blue.
I really don't recommend this.
What colour's the orange, Chris?
It's blue.
Okay. And what do you think that means?
Something to do with my dad.
Okay, that's enough.
Something to do with your dad, okay.
I said
What do you think I think it means?
enough.
What do I think it represents?
Something to do with my dad?
This is neither the time
Any idea what?
or the place.
No idea, man.
I have no idea either.
Maybe it's a signal.
I must insist.
Or a coincidence.
No, it ain't a coincidence.
What is it a signal of?
Idi Amin, Dada, see? Dada, that's another signal.
Oh, Chris, please, concentrate. Come on. Please, put that away now.
Why should he put it away?
Why?
Yes, why should he? He's not a child.
Because he cut it out of a newspaper.
Because he cut it out. Really? What makes you think that?
It's just a hunch.
Well, my hunch is he didn't. My hunch is his mother gave it to him. What is there about this particular disclosure that you find so uncomfortable, Bruce?
What makes me uncomfortable is the fact that this morning he told me his dad was Muhammad Ali. Coming to the Bentall Centre in Kingston to sign some books. Might swing by for a chat later.
Is this true?
1974, Zaire. Think about it, man.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
For when?
Before now! You told me about his mother in Feltham. You told me about blue oranges, but the rumble in the bloody fucking jungle you didn't deem to be appropriate? Jesus! Okay, now look, okay. What have we got here? Okay. One of the most feared men in history and one of the most loved. Both immensely powerful, both role models, both of African origin.
Both Muslim fundamentalists.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Christopher, concentrate on the orange.
I'm warning you, Doctor.
What does it represent now?
It was stipulated at this morning's management hearing you have no further contact.
What does Dr. Smith think it represents?
Listen, Christopher.
That's easy.
Chris. Bruce.
Grant me this one favour, please. Just listen to your patient. Chris.
He says it's a person.
I never said
A person?
anything of the kind.
What kind of person?
A brother.
What I said was, and what I meant was, and you obviously clearly misunderstood me.
You said it was me.
Okay. Now, I merely commented. I reflected. I suggested that it was an unfortunate demonstration which could be potentially viewed by someone very vulnerable, by a patient, as an analogy.
But it wasn't an analogy.
Nevertheless, it could be taken the wrong way. It could cause offense.
But it didn't cause offence.
Well, in hindsight.
But in whose hindsight?
Whatever the fucking semantics! It was very upsetting. He was upset. That's all. And I brought it up at this morning's management hearing.
Oh, you brought it up at the management hearing?
What?
You brought it up at the management hearing. You said that you brought it up at the management hearing this morning.
And he said I should learn to lick my own balls. He did. Ridiculous, but true. Do I look like a contortionist?
So, Doctor, you lodged the complaint with the authority.
I'm going to go berserk in a minute. I'm trying to straighten this out for you. I'm trying to help. To give you the benefit of my erudition and my experience as senior consultant, head of department.
Chris, if I upset you, I apologize. Sincerely. I didn't mean to. Did I say anything else that might have upset you? Chris?
You put your thoughts in my head.
What kind of thoughts?
Just thoughts.
I have to insist this stops right now.
Shut up. Chris.
Christopher, not another word.
Can you think of anything specific?
The thoughts that I have are not my thoughts. He said, I think your thoughts.
Dr. Smith said.
And that's why I got to get out of here, man.
That's not what I said.
I got to get out of here because of you. I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know what to think. When I do think, it's not my fault. It's not my voice when I talk. You tell me who I am and who I'm not. I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know who I am.
Chris, it's being here that does it to you. This place.
You're still very confused.
You can't think straight in this place.
Chris, you need to do this. You need to try and stay a little
You can leave now if you want to leave now.
Chris.
But you have to want to.
I do want to.
Yeah, are you sure you're ready?
No, I'm not sure of anything.
Christopher.
Chris.
Chris. Bruce.
Okay, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up, for God's sake! You're driving me round the bend!
Okay. We need a minute alone.
Absolutely not.
I don't think you're in any position to argue anymore.
Okay. Okay. But it's your funeral.
When they let you out this afternoon, the theory is that you're going to go back to your family. But you don't have a family, do you? Not anymore. Not as far as we know. But the thing is, Chris, should you need to come back here, should you need to return and ask for my help, I might not be here.
I'll see Dr. Smith.
Look, I don't know what Dr. Smith said to you yesterday evening, okay? I have no idea. Actually, no, I do have a pretty good idea. I think, and I'll be honest with you, I think he coached you in what you had to say to the authority. I think he put words in your mouth.
He?
Yeah. Not literally, figuratively, okay? Don't get excited.
He put words in my mouth. No, you put words in my mouth. When I said I was scared and I wanted to stay, that was you. That's why I'm here now, because of you.
No, okay, no, just no, okay? Listen to me, you do not know what you're talking about.
Why? Because I'm an uppity nigger.
Look, just shut up a minute.
Oh, that's nice, that's lovely. It's all coming out now, isn't it?
This isn't a game! This is my career on the line!
Your career?
Yes! And you have got so much to lose. I mean, can't you see this? We both have. Please, for God's sake. Remember what you did in the market with the oranges. Can't you see how that might get you into a lot of trouble?
I never trusted you. I liked you, but I never trusted you.
What?
Do you think I'm thick or something? Huh? Do you think I'm thick? You told me you were letting me out, and now you're not. What's going on, Bruce? You call me nigger. You said it was voodoo.
It was a joke.
Oh, funny joke. Did you see me laughing, huh? Well, I got one for you. I'm pressing charges. Because I ain't staying here, man. You're not going to keep me locked up, white man. This is one nigger you don't get to keep, white boy, because I'm going to bark at you every time you come close. You understand? Ooh, 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 ooh!
Why do you say these things?
'Cause you've ruined my life. 'Cause you're evil and you're fascist.
Fucking idiot. What are you talking about? What have you done? What are you laughing at? Stop laughing, you stupid fucker. What are you laughing at? Shut up, for fuck's sake!
The look on your face, boy. Look on your face.
Yeah, you won't be laughing when you get home, will you? And you start losing your marbles all over again. Start hearing voices and jabbering like a lunatic and shitting yourself because you think your fucking zombie neighbors are gonna come and eat your brains out, you mad bastard! You idiot!
Love thy neighbor, it says. How can I love my neighbor when my neighbor's a fascist?
They're black. All your neighbors are black. It's a black neighborhood, you moron. You stupid fool. Are you retarded or something? Jesus. This is the thanks I get for rotting in this stinking hellhole, pushing shit uphill, watching what I say, tiptoeing around, treading on eggshells, kissing Dr. Robert Smith's arse. Well, you sit around laughing and barking and squawking like a freak. You didn't know if you were Arthur or Martha when you first came in here, and this is the thanks I get. Oh, now I've upset you. Now you're upset. Well, good. See how you like it.
When you use the term neighbour, do you mean it rhetorically? Because it's just occurred to me that when Chris talks about his neighbour, he might not literally mean the people next door, do you, Chris? Nor would you mean a sibling, should you allude to brother. Neighbours is everybody, isn't it? People in the street. As they give you a wide berth. Women on escalators holding their handbags that bit tighter as you pass by. People who stare right through you as if you're not even there. Football hooligans, skinheads, throwing bananas. Your workmates. Bruce and I can only guess at the horror of suffering from acute paranoia and being one of a culturally oppressed minority. What a combination.
Robert. Doctor.
Why don't you report to outpatients? They'll organize you a car.
Do you think I should?
Yes, you must.
Do you think I'm ready?
Yes, you're ready. You can't stay here forever. Can he?
What?
You want to get better?
Yeah, I want to.
Then you must do what you must do. Be brave.
Huh?
Be brave.
Be brave.
Yes, and you are. You're a very brave young man. You've done really well. This is your prescription.
How could you say those things, man?
I really am very sorry. You all right?
What? No. That hurt, man. I can't stay here if you're gonna say shit like that. It's rude.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's weird.
Sure.
How would you like it?
I'm sorry.
If you'd like to make another complaint,
I think I need to sit down.
Would you like to lodge a complaint with the authority?
Nah, it's okay.
It's really no trouble. I'll get one of the nurses to organize your first outpatient appointment.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
No, really safe, man. I appreciate it.
It's the least I could do.
Thank you. Everybody likes oranges.
They're very good for you.
You ever stuck your dick in one of these? One time, I tried it with a grapefruit at Christmas. It's okay. Chafes a bit, the juice stings, but... On the ward, I seen this one guy do it with bugs. Straight up, he put a bug on the end of his willy, a cockroach. Just on the tip. Likes the way it wiggles. Do you think there's bugs in this?
Sorry.
Is there bugs in this?
Chris,
I just need a girlfriend, man. Do you know what I mean? It's all I ever wanted. Someone nice to be with. A lady.
Take it with you.
What have you done to it? What have you put in it? What are you staring at?
Off you go. Go on. Go home and listen to some reggae music.
reggae music.
What is it in Africa? Jungle?
So, where do we go from here? I mean, we were getting on quite well until this, disagreement.
Well, it's a little more than that, I think.
I mean, I'm grateful to you for putting me straight. I mean, you know, I could have made a dreadful mistake.
The thing is, I'll tell you something. I don't like you, Bruce. You talk too much. You get in the way. You see sick people come to me, all creeds and colors, and they're suffering. And they go away, and they no longer suffer. Because of me. All because of me. And there's nothing wrong with that, is there?
Who do you think you are? Huh? God?
How does Archbishop of Canterbury sound? Nah. I'm afraid this authority won't be employing you again. We made a mistake. Goodbye.
I want to make a complaint. I would like to lodge a complaint with the authority.
Sorry?
I'm ready to make a statement. What's the procedure for that?
Coming up on BBC4, why are the inhabitants of Tonga literally eating themselves to death? Stephen Gates meets some of the fattest people on Earth. Next.